Guess the following is going to be a live response to this little snippet of a sermon from Pastor Bobby Lenard of New York City regarding his views on someone essaying a young woman because they wear shorts instead of pants or dresses. So, with that out of the way, let's get this started and see just how quickly I'm going to throw up, just from sheer disgust, from what this repugnant, borderline, subhuman maggot has to say about anything. Alright, out of the way. Let's get this show on the road.
I told my wife that this is the kind of preaching we need. I told my wife, I said, Mama, when we go to Vision Forge, to the outlet malls, when you go uptown here, we'll go to sit in the parking lot at the outlet mall, the mall here. I said, you watch it. I said, count them. You'll find more women going to have shorts on than you will with pants and dresses put together.
Any particular reason that that's a relevant detail compared to anything else that goes on in the fucking universe? I mean, what's that got to do with the price of sand, Bobby?
So I sat there, I just want to be sure, but I sat there some time ago for, I don't know who's out in the, I guess it must have been some of the family. My wife don't go shopping now. And I sat there in my car. I thought, I want to see if that's right. And I counted. Try that. You'll find more women go in those places with shorts than you will women with pants and dresses put together.
Yeah, but why is that relevant? Like, why? Who gives a fuck? You see, that's the confusing part about a lot of these religious fundies is that a lot of the times their arguments or their statements mean exactly fucking nothing to people with brains. Because it's some irrelevant bullshit detail that doesn't matter. More importantly, you probably don't want to be the fucking creepy weirdo who's sitting in the parking lot with binoculars observing young women entering or exiting an establishment if all you're doing is just sitting out there like some creepy fucking weirdo. You're not helping your case, sir.
Try it. If you got time, try it. Have your boy go up there and try it. Just watch for him. Have your girl.
Yeah, have your sons or your daughters or your wives or your husbands do something that might get them arrested by a concerned citizen. Excellent fucking call. It totally isn't the kind of shit that may prompt someone to call mall security and wonder if you could be some raving schizophrenic. Just saying.
And you know, I used to say this. I haven't said this in a long time. You ready? I said, if you dress like that and you get raped and I'm on the jury, he's going to go free.
So what you're saying is that the apparel of the victim should entirely decide the guilt or innocence of the person who commits the offense. Are you out of your fucking mind, you crazy old bastard? And you people, if you wonder why people kind of shy away from religion when people like you are viewed as the figurehead for a lot of these insane fundamentalist views, and then you have the fucking nerve and the gall to be pissed off at people when they question the lunacy that people like you have constantly just spewing out of your rectum of a mouth. I mean, really, that's like saying that if I witnessed someone beating you to death because of the statement you've just made here on camera in front of me, and if I was on the jury, I'd decide that the offender go free because I feel like what you said was deserving of death. You're doing the same shit when it comes down to how someone else dresses. Keep in mind, the way someone dresses should not nullify the illegality and the immorality of committing a sexual assault on somebody. The fact that you will openly allow a predator to go free, don't you think that might embolden them to attack people who might attack children next? Because the person might be under the impression that, hey, they got away with one, they can do another. I mean, does that not occur to you? Does the fact that saying such a thing or acting in such a way could possibly embolden an offender to the point to where they feel like they can hurt someone and get away with it because they've gotten away with it before? I mean, is that not a relevant factor to consider when you say shit like this, Bobby?
Yeah, you don't like, do you? I'm right though.
No, you're not right. You're not fucking right. Like, how would you feel, shitbag, if it was your daughter or your niece or your granddaughter on the receiving end of such a horrendous fucking act? How would you feel then? How would you feel if it was a member of your fucking family who had to go through something that fucking horrendous? And they can't really do anything about it. You can try to cope with it after the fact, but those traumas and those memories will always fucking be there. And they have to live with the fact that the person that fucking hurt them walked because someone like you, who is incredibly senile, crazy old fuck, was on the fucking jury and decided that the person that was responsible shouldn't be made to face accountability on account of some stupid bullshit Abrahamic religion, nonsensical ideology involving someone's apparel. I mean, realistically, should people be allowed to make the argument that if you dress in a more conservative fashion, that your genitals should be removed or mutilated so that you cannot engage in intercourse lawfully or consensually at that point? Because that would essentially be like the hardcore religious fundamentalist way of essentially carrying out what you described when someone sexually assaulted just now. And then people would be legally permitted to do it because they would feel vindicated in their actions, even if there's no reason to believe that their actions are vindicated. Like, I don't get why the fuck it is people like you try to pretend that you have everything all figured out and that you're on the up and up when it comes down to your beliefs and your ideals, because people like you are not. You're horrendously fucked up, and there's so much fucking wrong with you that I think you need to be put in a fucking home. And I don't mean an old folks' home for people that play shuffleboard and cribbage who are on the age of retirement or on their way out of life. I mean the kind of home they send the criminally insane so that they can keep them out of the public eye, so they can not be an impediment to the public.
I can't help you like I'm right. Because, a man's a man.
Yeah, but the fact is, there are plenty of men who don't just go around raping people because they have shorts on. Speaking as a man, when I see a woman in short shorts, my first thought isn't rape. My first thought is who gives a fuck? Unless it's the missus, but even then, that thought's not rape. It's like, well, what can we do later that might be interesting for both of us? But even then, it's like, it's if everyone's on board, everyone's on board. If not, something else. Watch a movie or something. I don't give a fuck. But the fact is, your arguments are essentially borderline rape apologist bullshit. This is the kind of shit that if anyone says this in public, regardless of their position, whether it be at a position of authority or not, they should probably be criminally charged. Now, he's allowed to say this shit legally, and he has the right to say it. But the fact is, you definitely deserve admonishment and ridicule when the shit you say is this fucking nuts. Just saying, Bobby.
A man's a man.
Can someone explain to me why the fuck we have senile old bastards like this that are allowed to roam the streets completely unhindered? I mean, really, these are the kind of people that should be put in the fucking old folks' home because they're so incredibly out of their fucking shit at this point. They don't know what up and down is. Anyway, I hope this asshole gets fucking crucified by Caesar's fucking legion, or gets blasted by the NCR firing squad, or even gets nuked by Ulysses. But at the end of this fucking day, this guy's a sack of shit. That's all I gotta say. See ya.